Welcome to West Nile Virus, everybody. Had a little bit of a preemptive strike on the intro there. Oops. But today we're doing a tier list. A tier list specifically on our top 5 least favorite college football teams. And you could also say bottom 5 college football teams.
I'm going to love to hate in this episode.
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you are a part of any of these fan bases, let us know how much you hate us now, because these are our top 5 least favorite football teams.
Yeah. All right.
Starting off,
we're going to start with 5.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right
here.
I will start, Josiah, so then I'll let you have the big finale with number 1.
Oh, beautiful.
The number 5 team. Oh, and I should say, Josiah and I, we shared our list, so we wouldn't have any crossovers, actually. So, but I will say, when there is a crossover, like my number 5, there was a crossover, but I'm going to let Josiah get there first, if that makes sense to everybody. Okay.
Correct.
So my number 5 is typically lower than number 5, but the Boise State Broncos. I can't stand them.
Boise State.
They are in the Mountain West with Fresno State, and they stole our thunder like a few years ago because Fresno State used to be the team to beat, and then Boise decided to get good all of a sudden. I don't know why people started going to Idaho, of all places. Come on now. And they beat us a few times, and it's been, it's now a pretty good rivalry. We trade off here and there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I can't stand the orange and blue. Can't stand them. The blue turf? Are you kidding me?
The blue turf is annoying.
Yeah, we beat them in the Mountain West Championship on their home field when it should have been on our home field when it was snowing. Oh man, it was so good. Oh, that felt so good. I can't stand Boise. However, the reason they're at 5, and really they're not even at 5, they're even lower than that. They are in the Mountain West, so they make us some money. So when they're not playing a Mountain West school, I am cheering for them. When they're in a big bowl game, I'm cheering for them.
What goes?
So I do end up cheering for Boise State every once in a while. But they are on the most wanted for sure. Dead. Not alive, dead.
Well, my 5th most hated team, which I will say, this team, okay, it comes with a slight caveat. This team is only here because of recent events. It's not really my 5th most hated team. I just hate something specific that they've done. And that team is Oklahoma. Oklahoma has joined the SEC. Oklahoma and Texas have both joined the SEC. That's the point. Oklahoma joined the SEC. I hate it. I hate the fact that they're doing this. Why? Stay in your freaking conference. You make plenty of money already, dude. Like, this is so annoying. You're messing up college football. I'm worried stuff's going to change drastically, and I don't think it'll be for the better. So that is the one and only reason. The other teams, I'll just say right now, the teams that almost made it over this team was Ohio State and East Carolina. And Ohio State, just because I always hated them during the Urban Meyer era, because I don't like Urban Meyer. But East Carolina, because of flashbacks to NCAA 14, we had an online dynasty, and I tried to play East Carolina every year, and they were the one team that I played that I never beat. I couldn't beat East Carolina. Don't ask me why. I don't know why, but I couldn't beat them. It was horrible.
It just fueled your hatred for them.
Oh my gosh.
It started a hatred and then continued to fuel it.
Yes. They just kept throwing logs on the fire. It was.
Oh man. Yeah, some schools that just missed it on my end were Ohio State. I do not like them. And BYU, who I don't like either.
There you
go. My number 4 hated team This team I've had a hatred for a very long time. Probably the second longest hated school in Caleb's lifetime. It started in the Rose Bowl, and it's probably one of the greatest football games of all time. And it was Texas versus USC. Okay, I'm not telling you who it is yet. But it was Texas versus USC. And let me tell you the story that happened during the Rose Bowl. I got in a fight with my brother, I believe, and I couldn't watch TV at all for, I don't know if it was that week. I couldn't watch TV. So my brother and my dad went down in the basement, which was my room, by the way, to watch the Rose Bowl. I could not watch it. I sat at right in the middle of the stairs and listened to the game the entire time, and I couldn't watch it. And I missed one of the greatest games in the history of college football. And Texas ended up winning, and we are not cheering for Texas. We're West Coast folk. So ever since then, I have a hatred for Texas. It's because of Texas. I'm sure it was because of Texas that I got in trouble and I was not able to watch the game. I wasn't a Vince Young fan. And I've never been a Texas Longhorn fan. So they are the number 4 most hated team on my list.
All right. Well, next up on my list is this team right here that I'm mousing over, everybody. You see them? That's Michigan. The Michigan Wolverines. That's my number 4. Now, if you're wondering why I have so many from that conference, it's more the team. It's not the conference. Michigan is a team that I shouldn't hate. I don't really have a whole lot of reason to hate them. I do hate their color. I hate yellow.
Okay.
Yellow and blue specifically together. But that being said, I just don't like Michigan because I have a friend whose dad went to Toledo, and
they're also blue and yellow.
Who's also blue and yellow, and he is a Michigan fan.
What? How is that possible?
He grew up in Michigan, and I guess that's kind of why. But since we live in Georgia, and he also lives in Georgia, he loves to hate Georgia and the SEC. And so he is always, every year, he posts like multi-paragraph essays on why the SEC is not the best conference, why this is the Big 12's year, or the Big 10's year, or the ACC's year, or whatever. Anybody but the SEC. He hates the SEC, and especially Georgia. He revels in Georgia's losing. I mean, he is just ecstatic. Now, I love the guy. I really do. He's a family friend. And
yeah, it sure sounds like it.
But I hate his college football opinions. The worst. Every year, he hates on the SEC. Oh, gosh. But funniest thing is, his oldest daughter, who's a really old friend of mine, ended up going to Georgia and is now a Georgia fan. And I couldn't be happier about it.
It's beautiful. That's a beautiful story.
But yeah, there you go.
But he is the sole reason that you hate Michigan.
He's pretty much the sole reason I hate Michigan. They're something about Michigan annoys me. I don't know what it is.
They do.
They're just kind of annoying somewhere in the back of my head. But yeah, that's my number 4 team.
All right. Moving on to number 3. We told you that it was going to be a lot quicker, and this is a lot faster. And I hope we're making a lot of people angry right now. I'm gonna make half the world angry with this next hate pick, and that would be Notre Dame. I hate Notre Dame.
Surprised they weren't higher.
There's only one place, and that is reserved for one team and one team only.
No, this is number 3. We're on number 3.
Oh my gosh! I just gave away my number 2.
That's just number 2, everybody.
Well,
try and forget about that, everybody.
Number 3, I do hate this team as well. Cal Berkeley.
Cal Berkeley.
I was raised in a household where one of my parents is a Stanford alum. So right there, that's all I need to say. we were raised to hate Cal. No one that comes out of Cal is smart. I'm sorry, you're not smart. And you're not good at sports, especially you, Marshawn Lynch. No, I'm just kidding. And Aaron Rodgers. No, they.
Let's take fire at the two best players that ever came out of
there. And one of the Fresno State previous coaches came from Cal, and he was very good. So, but it's all in good fun. Somewhat. Absolutely. There's a little truth to everything, right?
Absolutely.
Number 3 is Cal because I was raised to hate Cal. My father went to Stanford, and he was taught to hate Cal. So ever since I was born, I hated Cal.
Well, this is a similar thing where it's a team you probably expect to be higher on my list.
I did.
I was raised to hate this team. But unlike what you said, where you said none of them are smart or good at sports, they're definitely smart. They're not good at sports, though. It's Georgia Tech. And
did Calvin Johnson go to Georgia Tech?
He may have. They've had one or two good players, but it's literally one or two good players. And as a team, not good. They competed for a while under, I can't remember the coach's name, but he ran triple option, and that was the only reason they competed. The great equalizer, triple option. There were a couple of teams I considered because they always ran triple option against me in NCAA 14. Triple option sucks, and if you run it, you should not play football. But Georgia Tech, I have heard tell that in Georgia Tech Stadium, they have bulldog faces painted on the inside of their urinals. And I don't know if that's true or not, because I would never step foot in that stadium. But there you go. But I just can't. I can't put them higher because they suck.
Calvin Johnson. I'm only football players, okay? Because Chris Bosch went there. Calvin Johnson, Darren Waller, Demarius Thomas. Those are the first 3 that come up.
Okay.
Okay. Now to number 2. I hate Notre Dame. Everyone knows. I have a ton of Catholic friends. I believe in Jesus, just like the Catholics. But I have to hear from them every year why they like Notre Dame. And you know why they like Notre Dame? Because they're Catholic. That's the only reason. That is it.
And they like to tell you that.
Yes. And they won't shut up about it.
Interesting.
Okay. I live in Fresno, obviously. Fresno State. We got Fresno State stuff everywhere. I live near Fresno State. Those people, my friends that live in Fresno, cheer for Notre Dame because, they're Catholic. Well, what about the team a mile down the road? No, because they're not Catholic. It's the same reason. It's the same thing for BYU, right? Guys, are you serious? You're choosing Notre Dame, who's on the other side of the nation, because of their religion? I understand. I'm pretty much the same religion as you, but for that reason, I hate them. I can't stand Notre Dame.
You have a bunch of friends who won't shut up about Notre Dame, and honestly, I hate Notre Dame too. They were on a previously expanded list that we had. They were on my list. I hate Notre Dame because they swear every year they deserve to be viewed with the same respect as everyone else. And they just play crappy opponents, and they can schedule anyone they want because they're not in a conference. And join a freaking conference, okay?
What happened when they did last year when they joined the ACC? Not relevant. Not relevant.
Yep.
The year when Manti Te'o, I think it was Manti Te'o, was linebacker, and his fake girlfriend was cheering him on. I was distracted because I thought that was a good one. They got smoked, and they went to the national championship. Everyone knew they were going to get smoked. The most overrated team I've ever seen, that Notre Dame team.
They got destroyed.
Oh, it wasn't even close. And that just fueled the fire even more. I can't stand Notre Dame.
Very annoying. Now, for me, my number 2, who would be above Georgia Tech for a Georgia fan? I'll tell you. Auburn. They suck. Okay?
I hate Auburn.
Can we
too.
all agree Auburn sucks?
Yes.
If you're not an Auburn fan, you should hate Auburn. And if you are an Auburn fan, I am unsure about your morals.
Hey, I know some people that go to Auburn, and I would say that about them.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, seriously, the Auburn sucks. I hate them. Obviously, Cam Newton went there, and they had all those cheap shots they were taking. They ended up having, vacated wins, and they had to get rid of their whole football team and, and all their staff and everything, and they freaking deserved it, and they need to do it again. I hate Auburn. I guess they're probably not cheating as much anymore, but gosh dang, man. I have never liked Auburn. They cheat.
Auburn was never even on my radar until Cam Newton came along. And then in college, Cam Newton has grown on me.
Newton.
Yeah, but I did not like Cam Newton, and he made me hate Auburn. Auburn was my number 5.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it was the year when everyone knows the play. They took back the field goal kick against Alabama. Well, I'm sorry I'm going to bring this up, Josiah. That same year they did that, they played Georgia. The guy
this was back-to-back games, actually.
Yes, it was a for sure pick, for sure. And then both of Georgia's safeties collide.
Also, not even just that. Georgia was up. It was the last play of the game. There were seconds left of the game. It was 4th down. They just chucked a Hail Mary. 2 safeties right here. Ball's coming down. The closest Auburn wide receiver is running behind the ball. The safeties
wasn't even close.
Game's over if they just bat it down. Either one of them just hits it to the ground.
No, they hit each other midair.
Ball bounces off their helmet straight into the Auburn player's hands. He takes it to the house, scores, game's over. We lose. It was one of the most... This is life as a Georgia fan, okay? You guys, I know a lot of people hate Georgia fans, but this is life as a Georgia fan, okay? That game was over. We won it. There was no way we could have lost that game, and yet we did. This is life as a Georgia fan. Every year.
Alabama comes back and beats you. Tennessee throws a Hail Mary to beat you. Oh, man.
Every freaking year, man. Every time.
Georgia keeps the college football season exciting. If it weren't for Georgia, it wouldn't be as exciting.
It's true. Everyone's like, will they make it? Everyone should know they won't, but will they make it? Maybe this is their year.
Yeah, what team is going to get their prayer answered against Georgia? Oh,
gosh,
man.
Dang, man.
Yeah, and ever since then, those 2 plays, because I see that field goal kick return against Alabama and
I see it in my nightmares and on Instagram.
Yeah. It's
can't escape
annoying.
it anywhere.
I hate Auburn. Oh, man.
Oh.
All right, so let's recap 2 through 5 before we get to number 1. My 2 through 5 we're starting with 2: Notre Dame, Cal Berkeley, Texas, Boise State.
My 2 through 5 starting at 2 were Auburn, number 2, number 3 Georgia Tech, number 4 Michigan, and number 5 Oklahoma. Because stop trying to join new conferences.
And number 1. My number 1 will forever be my number 1. I don't know if there's anything that could happen for that to change. Something drastic would have to happen for a team to overtake this team. This team is from Oregon, and their mascot is a duck. It is the Oregon Ducks. Absolutely hate them.
Oregon.
I can't stand them. Here's the story and why they're number 1 on Nale's list. Okay. Like I said, My father is Stanford alum. So every other year, we go to a Stanford game. We usually go to Stanford Notre Dame. That also fueled my hatred for Notre Dame. I should have said that. And I was at the game when we kicked the field goal to beat them. We rushed the field. Christian McCaffrey's tiny. Just want to say that. But his legs are huge. Oregon, back to Oregon. We went to Stanford. Yeah. We went to a Stanford Oregon game when Andrew Luck was quarterback, and everyone knows Andrew Luck never beat Oregon, at least if you're a Stanford fan, and if you're an Oregon fan.
And if you watch this podcast.
Yeah. We were sitting in a section, and right in front of us were some Oregon fans. And right in front of those Oregon fans were some big Stanford fans. When I mean big, I mean physically huge. Right. Big, broad shoulders, buff biceps,
big old dudes.
Girls for the girls. And they were being harassed by the Oregon fans. Okay. So
seems like a questionable decision.
What these Oregon fans were doing were saying, yeah, exactly. And of course it was a female, right? The females always think they can pick on the big dudes because they don't think anything's
right, because they don't think anything's going to hit them back.
Just like at the Steelers game that happened the other day that went viral. Yeah, don't get us started. We don't have to cover that. The female was turning to us and tapping the guys in front saying, "Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, that was amazing. Did you see that?" Well, Stanford got a pick six. Maybe. Stanford got a pick six. The big dude in front of her turns around and goes, "Did you see that? Did you see that? How about that? You like that? You like that?" No, he didn't say that. Did you see that? The girl had a beer, dumped it on him.
You can't do that legally.
Us Stanford fans, yeah. No, I
believe that's technically an assault.
Yes. So he gets mad. The boyfriend or husband, I don't know, of this female steps in, gets in front, and this shoving war happens. And remember, I'm like 12, 13, 14 years old, and big men are shoving little tiny Oregon people around. Like, oh my gosh, this is bad. And they're picking a fight. These Oregon people are picking a fight with Stanford people all around. They're sitting in the Stanford section. So, granted, this is the craziest thing that's probably ever happened in Stanford Stadium because it's all old people.
Right.
Other than the student section. Yeah, and crazy nerds. They don't even go. They're studying.
That's true, yeah.
Unless it's Cal. So, anyways, so then we had the sheriffs around, and they were actually scattered throughout the stands around our section. We couldn't do anything. We could not do. Not only was it security, there were sheriffs. Okay. We ended up losing that game. Hated the Oregon fans. They are so entitled. We come back home. Everyone starts becoming Oregon fans in Fresno. And why? Not because Marcus Mariota. Not because of, I think it was LaMichael James at the time, who are stud players, but because of their jerseys. Their jerseys.
All their crazy uniforms.
And people have no idea what the O even stands for or what the wings are. Oh, it's Oregon. Yeah, what's their mascot? I don't know. It's got wings. I don't know. Terrible. All my not even my I don't even call them my friends. People that were at school or wearing Oregon stuff. I would ask them, who's their quarterback? And it was Marcus Mariota. They don't know. They have no idea. Who's your running back? It was
Bro, I was an SEC fan, and I could have told you that. And we don't pay attention to anything but the SEC.
Right. So there's that, right? They're jumping on the bandwagon for their jersey. And then those people are so entitled. Every Oregon fan I've met is entitled, except for I did the Quack 12 podcast. You guys are cool. Every Oregon fan I've met in person has been very entitled. I'm just going after everyone. But yeah, I hate Oregon. I cannot stand it. I hate all the Oregon fans in the world. That's not true.
Other than the Quacktail podcast.
Quack 12, you guys are great.
Quack 12, sorry. Yeah. Shout out to them. But yeah. There you go, guys. I don't think he likes Oregon.
No, I can't stand Oregon. If you're an Oregon fan, I can get past it. You are a human being. I can get past it. But the second that you put on something representing Oregon, something like that, I will make fun of you and drill you until you take it off. I will.
Well, my team that I'm about to put up here.
And I'm sorry, Josiah. The Quack 12 guys, they know that I hate Oregon. They know. I told them.
I was gonna ask. Yeah, do they know how much you hate them? No. So my number one team, another team from the good old SEC, where it just means more or less now. More teams.
More money.
More money. Just means more money. Anyways, Florida. They are the worst. My number one team, hated team, Florida. They suck in every way you can imagine. Okay? I like Tim Tebow, right? You know, I feel like most people generally like the guy.
Yeah.
He's a pretty likable dude. When he was at Florida, hated his guts.
I remember this time.
Couldn't stand the guy. He's my least favorite person probably in the entire world. I have never...
What about Aaron Hernandez? He was out there killing people.
No, Tim Tebow was way worse. Because he was way more hurtful to Georgia.
Well, you must... Yeah.
I didn't know who Aaron Hernandez was. So
Right.
He was unimportant in my eyes. Tim Tebow, the guy who, you couldn't stop in the air, you couldn't stop him on the ground, you couldn't stop him.
The greatest college quarterback of all time.
It's yeah. I mean, yeah. He sucks. I hate him. But I like him now, but I hate him. The guy, I mean, I don't think we beat Tim Tebow. We may have beat him one time, but I don't think he lost. I don't remember specifically, but I just remember feeling horrible every time we played. Because, yeah, the guy just demolished us. But Tim Tebow is not the only reason I hate Florida. This is not a Tim Tebow-based hatred. This is a fan-based hatred. Man, let me tell you what.
Just like Oregon.
Freaking, I hate Florida fans. I can't say, I hate every Florida fan in the world because I don't know about Florida fans down in Florida. But Florida fans around here, if you're a Florida fan and you live where I live, you are one of the 1% of jerks. Like the 1%, but for jerks. Like the worst of the worst, you suck. You get thrown out of kids' football games, like 8-year-old football games, all the time because you're screaming at the refs, throwing things at them. Basketball games, too. I've seen it happen 3 or 4 times at my local recreation department. Every time it was a Florida fan. Every time. And usually they're wearing a Florida hat, too.
If they're doing that, they should stop repping the school they cheer for.
They probably should, but I don't think they see it as a problem, to be honest with you. I mean, holy smokes. It was just, Florida has been a thorn in my side since the time I was a wee lad. I have disliked the Florida Gators for as long as I can remember, and I will continue to dislike them forever and ever and ever and ever. Amen.
Well, this is really funny because I feel bad now for okay, let's rewind a little bit. Florida and Oregon. Your fans in Georgia and California, Florida, your fans in Georgia are ruining what people think about you. And Oregon, your fans in California are ruining what they think about you. So I don't know if you need to address that, but the Ducks and the Gators, your fans are not representing you well elsewhere. So.
Yeah. Oh, and there was a guy, I don't remember if he was an Auburn or a Florida fan, but this is just a special little anecdote.
He's definitely a Florida fan.
Oh, probably, but I think he was, but there's a small part of me that thinks he was Auburn, but I'm pretty sure he's a Florida fan. Anyways, he was the guy who turned in Todd Gurley. Not only turned in Todd Gurley for signing a jersey and like getting paid for it. He got paid like $50 or something like that. He asked him to, and then
Oh, he's the one that paid him.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he turned him in. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But anyways, he turned him in, and he lived in Atlanta, and then he went bragging about it on social media about how he was the one who, I think he had to move after that.
No way.
I'm pretty sure he had to move. I'm pretty sure he lost his job, had to move, and
Oh,
yeah.
What an idiot.
I can't say that was the best idea.
Oh, man.
But
yeah, that's tough.
oh,
It worked.
it did.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley didn't play for a whole season.
Right.
Probably would have won the Heisman. Didn't get a chance.
Another one of George's curses.
Yeah. Man, we
Oh,
can't
my.
get anything. We
Nope.
can't have anything nice in Georgia.
Teams that I'm surprised that didn't make your list, Josiah, are Tennessee.
They suck too much. I mean, I'm sorry, Tennessee fans. Like, I would love to hate you. Your colors suck. And I used to hate you. I did. I promise. I promise I hated you, but just you're not good enough right now.
Yeah. I'm surprised neither of us had Clemson or Alabama.
I don't really care about Clemson. Alabama fans are nice too.
Oh, yeah. I don't care about both. If you are winning, like if you are dominant, I can respect that. Like
Right. Unless you're
I have
Ohio
learned
State.
now to appreciate
you.
greatness. Yeah, other than Ohio State. I don't like Ohio State. Any other teams that I thought was surprising? I don't think so on your end. Any teams that you thought you would have seen on mine that did not show up?
Oh, I believe I wrote one down.
Oh, LSU. I'm surprised that you didn't have LSU down.
Oh, Coach O, man.
Oh,
Coach
yeah.
O.
You can't.
You're gonna hate on the guy.
Right.
I was a little surprised not to see USC
Yeah, they were close.
and
They were
UCLA.
close. They were close as well.
So those were pretty much the two teams. Maybe Wyoming. Didn't they beat you guys a couple of times recently?
So it's funny. Wyoming actually they recruit a lot of the kids from a lot of local talent from our area. So they have earned my respect. Yeah, Josh Allen. I can't believe that. Well, Josh Allen wanted to go to Fresno State.
Yeah.
We'll tell that story sometime.
Kind of they're bad.
Yeah, that was definitely Fresno State's fault. And I kind of have a hatred for Fresno State. Well, that's not Fresno State.
Number one, Georgia. I hate.
There was a few people at Fresno State that caused Josh Allen, or they told Josh Allen, no, you don't fit our scheme. And now look at him go.
Yeah, so, you don't fit our scheme, Josh.
You're too good for us.
Yeah, you don't fit our losing ways, Josh.
The next season we won like 2 games. So, anyways, back to Wyoming. They have Josh Allen. They currently have a quarterback named Sean Chambers, who my brother and I grew up with them and the family, and we watched them play football and we played basketball with them and things like that. So he's quarterback there now. So, I mean, I have nothing but respect for Wyoming now. Yeah, USC and UCLA were close.
Yep.
So, all right, recapping real quick, 1 through 5. I know we recapped already, but we're going to do 1 through 5. Myself, Oregon, Notre Dame, Cal, Texas, Boise State.
Number 1 for me, Florida, Auburn, Georgia Tech, Michigan, Oklahoma. There you go, everybody.
Those are the teams we hate. The next one is going to be the 5 teams we love. So yes. Hopefully your fan base makes it. You might already know maybe 1 or 2 that are going to be on there. So
yeah, you might know our number 1s.
Right.
Honestly,
right.
Maybe next time we'll just start with number 1 and get
there
it
we
out
go.
of the way.
Yeah. Hey, we're on Spotify. You follow us there and there's like a bell there now. So you can follow us, but now you can also get updates when our new episodes
Spotify notifications.
Come out. Yes.
Well,
so
Spotifications.
Hit that and then go follow us on YouTube and subscribe and hit the bell and comment the team you hate most.
What team you hate the most? Is it
And-
now Georgia and Fresno State because of us? If so, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Sorry, not sorry. I still hate those teams.
Yeah. I don't take back anything I said. I'm just
Yeah.
sorry that I hurt your feelings.
Um,
I still hate your team.
then go to TikTok and Instagram and follow us there, West Nile Virus. I mentioned last episode we were starting a Twitter. I'm doing that right now. Starting a Twitter. It's going to be called West Nile Virus. I bet you it. Don't go and take it. Don't go and take it.
Please.
Yeah. All right. Tomorrow we have a get to know with me. I've been slacking on the get to knows.
Well,
So-
you were sick.
That's true. I got a little virus for sports. Let's just
Or
say.
virus for, disease.
Yeah. The stomach flu. Yeah.
Ugh.
At
At least it wasn't COVID, right?
That's true. That's true. That's a good one to end on. We'll see you guys tomorrow with a get to know. Thanks for joining us. Remember, comment the team you hate the most.
Peace.